Have you ever had a seance go wrong in the middle of an Olive Garden? So last month, my grandmother Dolores turned 85 and insisted we celebrate at Olive Garden. Unlimited breadsticks, she said, like that explained everything. The whole family showed up. Aunts, uncles, cousins I hadn't seen since someone's wedding 5 years ago. We took up 3 tables pushed together in the back corner. Everything was going fine until Grandma pulled out a Ouija board from her oversized purse. I want to talk to Harold, she announced. Harold was my grandfather who died 2 years ago. The waiter froze mid-breadstick delivery. Grandma, we can't do this here, I whispered, looking around at other diners. Nonsense. Harold loved their chicken Alfredo. This is perfect. Before anyone could stop her, she'd cleared a space between the salad bowls and set up the board. My cousin Trina, who claims she's psychic after taking one online course, immediately put her hands on the planchette. I'm getting something, she said dramatically. The planchette started moving. H-E-L-L-O. Harold, Grandma gasped. Is that you? The waiter, a kid who couldn't be older than 19, stood there holding our entrees, completely frozen. Other tables were starting to stare. The planchette kept moving. I-M-I-S-S-T-H-E-B-R-E-A-D-S-T-I-C-K-S. My uncle Roberto snorted. Even dead people love the breadsticks. That's when things got weird. The lights in our section started flickering. Not the whole restaurant, just our corner. The manager came rushing over. Is everything okay here? We're conducting a seance, Grandma said matter-of-factly, like she'd just ordered dessert. His face went through about 6 different expressions before landing on confused panic. Ma'am, that's not... We don't usually... The planchette suddenly flew off the board and hit the waiter in the chest. He dropped the tray. Chicken parmigiana everywhere. A meatball rolled under the next table where a couple was clearly on a first date. They looked horrified. Harold is angry, Trina announced. Her eyes rolled back dramatically. Why would he be angry? Grandma asked, genuinely concerned. The salt shakers on our table started vibrating. Then they fell over. Salt everywhere. My aunt crossed herself and started praying in Spanish. The manager pulled out his phone. I need to call corporate. Wait, I said, noticing something. Trina, why is your phone in your lap? She tried to hide it, but I grabbed it. She had an app open called Ghost Prank Pro with buttons for flickering lights and vibrating objects. She'd been controlling everything through smart home devices. You've been faking this? I wanted to make Grandma happy, she protested. But here's where it gets actually weird. Right as I was about to expose her, every single breadstick in the restaurant, and I mean every single one, from our table, from the kitchen, from other people's baskets, suddenly flew into the air and started spinning in a perfect circle above our heads. The entire restaurant went silent. Even the kitchen staff came out to stare. The breadsticks spun faster and faster, creating this bizarre breadstick tornado. Then, just as suddenly, they all dropped, landing perfectly back in their original baskets. Everyone looked at Trina. She held up her phone. That wasn't me. Grandma smiled. Harold always did have a sense of humor. The manager, who'd been recording everything, just shrugged. I'm not putting this in the incident report. A woman from another table approached us. Excuse me, I'm a producer for a paranormal investigation show. Can I have your contact information? We ended up being featured in an episode called The Olive Garden Poltergeist. They paid for our entire meal, plus gave us a year of free breadsticks. The restaurant is now advertised as mildly haunted on food blogs, and their business has doubled. Trina still swears she didn't make the breadsticks fly. The smart home app doesn't even have that feature. But every time we go back, which is monthly now because Grandma insists, at least one breadstick does something weird. Last week, one formed itself into a perfect heart shape on Grandma's plate. The waiter from that night, he quit and became a paranormal investigator. He sends us Christmas cards. And Grandma, she brings the Ouija board every time now. Management doesn't say anything. Apparently, we're good for business. There's even a plaque by our usual table that says the Harold Suite. I still don't believe in ghosts, but I can't explain the breadsticks. And sometimes when we're there, the Parmesan shakers spell out HI on the table. Corporate never did call back.